All right, here we go. Leaving the ocean today. We're gonna be heading back inland towards Portland, towards the Cascade Mountains. It's gonna be a really good day on the road. Eva, did you have a good stay here in Seaside, Oregon?
I really enjoyed it. What a great little hotel. What a great little town. We had an awesome dinner, really comfortable bed, good night's sleep, cup of coffee in the morning. What else do you need?
I've got the Butler motorcycle map here. This is the best paved roads here in Oregon. We're gonna take G2, G3 road called the Lewis and Clark Road. And that leaves Seaside, Oregon here. And it's some back roads up to Astoria. And I've got it in the phone. I'll tell you which way to go.
Okay, I'm gonna start by getting out of the parking lot.
Okay.
Here we go.
Here we go. Well, we're passing through downtown Astoria now, which is in the far, far northwest corner of Oregon. So we've turned away from the ocean and we're heading basically along the Columbia River to the east now. So things are going to be changing as we progress eastward the rest of the afternoon. We're going to probably eventually make our way into the Cascade Mountains. And over to our left over there, that's the Columbia River. There's some big boats out there, maritime centers. We're going out to a coffee shop on the end of the pier. How cool is this? Well, how's this for a random coffee shop down here on the piers of Astoria here? What a beautiful place to grab a coffee.
So we are like basically at the junction of the Pacific Ocean and the Columbia River. And every time I think about this drive from being out here as a kid, I think about the smell of pulp mills and all the logs going down the river and like all the paper factories and all that kind of stuff. And it just has this like really distinct smell that I can still recall in my mind.
Yeah, I've always liked these Northwest Seaside towns like Astoria or like Port Angeles because they're just so blue collar, working class, you know, loggers, timber industry, fishing, just, you know, a bunch of good, hard-working folks that live out in wild weather. What a great find. This little coffee shop on the end of the pier here in Astoria. We were just heading out of town and Eva said, let's stop and grab a coffee. I need to make some phone calls. And so I just typed in coffee shop and lo and behold, we end up out here on the pier in this old historic building that was once a cannery. And the counter where we got our coffee was the counter where the cannery workers used to get their coffee on their shift break. So a historic building, a historic pier, docks here in Astoria, and you can just sit out here and look at all the ships, the freighters here in the Columbia River. Magnificent, a magnificent find on this trip. Well, this is such a cool place here. This is a cannery museum. It tells the story of Pacific Ocean fishing, salmon, crab, halibut, all the different varieties, and how they're caught and how they're processed, put into cans, packaged, sold around the world. It was a huge industry here in Astoria once upon a time, and now they've got this great, great wharf museum down here.
So cool out here. These big ships.
Not only did we have like a little snack and a cup of coffee, we got to learn and experience a little bit about what makes this town historic and unique. And it was just a real find. I had no idea that this place was out here and that you could ride your motorcycle out onto a pier. I mean, that by itself is pretty cool. And it just feels like it was a good discovery.
Totally. One of the things that I've been loving about being by the ocean is piloting the Ural kind of feels like piloting a boat. Like, it's big, it moves really weird, it kind of bobs and sways, it goes with the tides. It even looks like it has this nautical theme to it with the blue and the white and the compass over the headlight. It's just kind of works in this environment.
Yeah, I have definitely more than once felt like I've been in a little dinghy or a skiff as I'm riding in the tub here, and you're driving the boat, and it has a way of like listing back and forth that a normal motorcycle or vehicle doesn't. And so I've often felt like I was in a skiff, like breaking through the surf, coming ashore, and then getting in and out of it is like stepping into a rowboat.
Yeah, totally.
You know, it's just, you gotta like be mindful of how you climb in and climb out of it, just like it's a boat on the water. So yeah, the nautical theme of the Ural continues.
It's so crazy. It really is. It's so cool. I hope I'm not making you seasick.
I'm not yet.
Driving.
Well.
But it's fun. It's totally fun. This bike is, I mean, it is something else. I'll tell you that much.
It is something, and we're halfway through our trip. We've got a ways to go. I think now we're going to be heading down the Columbia River here for a while. We got to make our way through the madness of Vancouver and Portland, and then just carry up the river a little further so we can get back into the mountains and continue our journey north.
Maybe you want to do some more driving.
Oh, yeah.
The shoe is now on the other foot. Look who's in the sidecar now.
Enjoy my seat.
I think I will. Okay, Sterling. Listen, the most important person in your life is sitting in the sidecar. Don't forget where that wheel is. Don't hit a curb and send me out.
You ready?
I'm ready.
Okay.
I'm not nervous. I'm not nervous at all. Speed brake. Your speed brake. Driving this machine is like, it's not like riding a motorcycle. And it might fool you into thinking that what you're doing is riding a motorcycle because the controls are the same. But the way it handles is so completely different that there's just nothing you can compare it to. Okay, so one of the coolest features of this bike build is this Iceco fridge that's on the back. It is a powered cooler and it comes with its own battery. However, one of us forgot to charge the battery when we were in that hotel last night. So it's gonna play double duty and become our cooler for this evening. So we've got some ice, we've got some fun things to cook at our campsite tonight, and we're headed out camping this evening. So we are all loaded up with everything we need for an awesome night of camping. Sterling's in the driver's seat, I'm riding shotgun in the sidecar, and we are gonna look for an awesome campsite. Today, we left the ocean and we are back in the trees. We're south of Mount St. Helens, and I'm hoping that we get to see some more volcanoes. honey.
Hi. How's it going? Did you have a good day?
That motorcycle is ridiculous, isn't it?
Ridiculous is a good word for it.
I mean, it's like not like riding a motorcycle. It's not like driving a truck. I'm so glad you got to get in the driver's seat a little bit today. I got to ride shotgun.
Yeah. It's like driving a tractor with a bent frame.
Yeah, a tricycle with a flat tire. Everything about it is totally wrong and awkward, but it's so fun at the same time. And like, I feel like since I got to ride in the sidecar a little bit today, one of my main focuses was waving at people. Like, everybody stares. People are like, what is that thing, as you're going down the street? And I just feel like it's my responsibility to wave at as many people as I possibly can.
And it was my responsibility when I was riding in the sidecar to shoot as much video as I can to show you guys what it looks like and feels like going down the road in a metal bathtub.
I will say, I think we capture a lot more footage when you're in the sidecar and I'm in the driver's seat.
Yeah, maybe a little bit. I definitely film a lot, or I tried to, when I'm in the sidecar. Mostly with the action camera to try to get some of those kind of shots, but mostly just showing the folks what it's like going down the road in a sidecar.
That's great.
And today's roads were quite a combination. We started out on the pavement with a little bit of traffic and some high speed, kind of somewhat urban. And then we got off onto the back roads, but still paved for quite some time. And then we got off onto some dirt roads at the end of the day.
We have a fun dinner tonight too.
Okay.
We got a campfire going. We've got stuff in the fridge. I don't know. I think it's just time to kick back and relax.
Do it up.
All right.
Yes.
Got hot dogs the old-fashioned way, jalapeno cheddar on a stick. This is the summer that we took the Ural to Washington.
Yeah.
And I don't know that I will ever forget this experience because it is wild. And we've still got a couple more days.
We got a couple more days. We're going to be getting over to the eastern Cascades, the dry side of the Cascade Mountain range. So it'll be another different environment. And I feel pretty happy about how this trip has went, in the sense that we're kind of checking off some real things that I wanted to do. I wanted to hit the ocean and get some quality seaside riding in and camping. We did that. I wanted to be up here in the Cascade Mountains and get some real green forest camping. We're gonna do that, and maybe one more night out in the eastern Washington desert somewhere.
That's great. Well, on this trip, I wanted to ride the sidecar motorcycle, check, and take the sidecar motorcycle for a ride, check. I guess I hit my list.
Yeah, and I wanted to drink a little whiskey, so.
Tonight might be the night for it.